Week as always. So sorry it's been 2 weeks since I posted. I had a lot of work assignments and I had to travel out of state for work, but I'm back now and I'm so excited to discuss today's topic with you guys. So for context to this video, about 2 months ago, I released a video about someone who I consider to be a highly dangerous influence on young kids on this website called Ribby the Party Frog. So Ribby the Party Frog basically makes videos talking shit about slutty women on the internet, mostly TikTok. And they don't always have to be slutty, if we're being honest. They could just have tits, and he would talk bad about them. So
this simp has jumped to the defense of whores and also thinks Ribby the Party Frog's content is dangerous when it is not. He's quite literally just criticizing women and he's speaking out about it.
Clearly, you know, from the nature of his channel and the content he produces, he clearly has an issue with all women.
He obviously doesn't have a problem with all women because not all women are whores and degenerates.
Basically, if a woman exists and she's talking online, he has an issue with it. And since no woman in her right mind with an ounce of self-respect or, you know, consciousness would ever sleep with someone who thinks like this...
Yes, of course, because every single woman on the planet obviously thinks exactly the same. Obviously, that's not true.
That means that not only does this person not know what he's talking about, more importantly, he also gets zero bitches. And no matter how many women he says that he sleeps with, this man is a textbook incel.
These people will call you an incel as soon as you criticize women. It's not the fact that you're actually an incel, it's the fact that they won't let you criticize women without calling you an incel.
Who just hates women. The funny thing about Ribby, though, is he knew when he started his shitty YouTube channel that a lot of people would find his channel and would call him out for being an incel. So he made contingencies for this. When someone calls him an incel, his automatic defense is, no, I don't hate all women. I just hate slutty women. And what he defines as a slutty woman is basically any woman who is over the age of 25 for some reason and has slept with any man ever in her entire life. So
that's obviously not what he means. If you go on his channel, you'll realize it's women with high body counts.
So any non-virgin over 25-year-old woman, in his eyes, is basically just used up rotten meat and doesn't deserve any respect whatsoever. And it's not non-virgin 25-year-olds, it's either or. Either non-virgin or over 25. You could be 26 years old and be a virgin, and he still considers you used up trash. This is a very dangerous mindset, and
he didn't say that 26-year-old virgins were trash.
And he has over 100,000 subscribers that are mainly young children, I would imagine, at least judging off the grammar of the hate comments I got on my last video about him. And
I'm just gonna leave him to rant for the rest of the video because what he says proves my point. He is insane.
And these subscribers are very impressionable, so him making an entire YouTube channel about how terrible all women are is highly dangerous to the 21st century, highly radicalized children who watch his YouTube content. I'm all for posting whatever you want on this website, but this is borderline incitement. He basically flat out tells his subscribers to just disrespect all women.
No, he doesn't.
You know the guy that would, like, harass women all over the city and then, like, talk about their vagina sizes and then pepper spray them in the face when they tried to do anything about it?
What kind of vagina do you have? Is it an innie or an outie? Does it have beef curtains?
That guy is like the average Ribby the Party Frog fan.
Yes, criticizing women online is the equivalent of spraying them in the face with pepper spray, of course.
Fan, except like 25 years older. He likes to use the phrase, no hymen, no diamond a lot, which basically means if you're not a virgin, I don't want to be with you.
No, like seriously, you think that number of sex partners affects men and women equally?
Yeah, I'm asking, like, what's the issue y'all have with the women you'll talk about?
Yeah, so there's no hymen, no diamond, right? So when I say I don't want a non-virgin woman, that's in the perspective of wanting to have kids with them, wanting to take care of them, wanting to marry them, and provide for them.
The person speaking was actually Ribby's friend Chronic, but he was basically speaking for the entire group chat that Ribby was a part of, and this is exactly what they all believe. So he values virginity in females, or so he says, but then he goes on to his YouTube live streams with his fellow incel friends and starts bragging about all the women he pretends to have slept with.
I used to work at a camp that had a lot of British chicks coming in. Dude, they're on next level. So it was a good time over there, but they are freaks. British chicks, and again, I want to generalize. I've met and kind of fooled around with maybe like 3 or 4, but they were wild, insatiable.
I love how he says 3 or 4 of them, as if to imply that he was with so many British women that he lost count after a certain point. I mean, it sounds like these British women are just falling over themselves to get to his penis. And I bet when he tells them that he teaches children on the internet to hate women for a living, I bet their Union Jack panties just melt with how moist they get. Because that's exactly how women act in real life, and definitely not something he got from a porno he watched. This is like watching The 40-Year-Old Virgin, but in real life. This dude hasn't even been with one woman, let alone 4 in 1 week.
And I fooled around with maybe like 3 or 4.
Shut the fuck up. So basically, Ribby the Party Frog's entire channel is about how women who aren't virgins are just useless whores, and simultaneously also about how many women that he slept with that aren't virgins. So in a nutshell, what we can glean from that is that this guy is basically just a massive fucking hypocrite who probably lives in some kind of basement somewhere, pretends to have slept with women so that people can't call him an incel, and then preaches to his child audience that all women should be disrespected and hated because they won't sleep with him. I mean, if I didn't know better, I would say that sounds a lot like someone else that was famous on the internet a few years ago. I wonder whatever happened to that guy. And his subscriber base is almost as bad as he is. I would say his followers are cognitively comparable to a piece of wood. These people are not exactly free thinkers. They kind of just believe what the person with the loudest voice tells them, or whoever has the most subscribers. Like having internet fame somehow validates you and you can never be wrong if you're famous. So in the same live stream that I debated him in, there was a young British girl who came on to talk about the culture of women in the UK, and this is what his live stream comment section looked like when she came on.
Bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh, bruh, bruh.
If she's of age, I'm a literal demon. Nice one, dude. Do all the bitches drop their panties when you say that, or is it just your sister? Seriously, these people need some outside air. They need some vitamin D or whatever the fuck. They need sun. They need grass. They need a detachment from the internet. They've been on the internet more in the last 3 years of their life than I have been in my entire 21. Whoever's in charge of parenting these children needs to just give the fuck up at this point and just accept that they failed miserably. I gotta be honest here, I have never come across a group of people that is this hive-minded and whose thoughts are this controlled by a singular person. These people are just insane. These kids are just absolutely radicalized. That's the only word I can come up with to adequately describe these people. They collectively hate women more than Adolf Hitler hated Americans. It's disturbing to think that this person has over 100,000 subscribers on their channel, which is a small army of people who think exactly like he does. These people would burn the women that he talks about at the stake if they could. They despise the female species, all while simultaneously being under the age of 15. It's like Children of the Corn, honestly. Where the fuck are these people's parents? That's what I'm wondering. Were they all just abandoned at birth or something? Like, what happened to these people? Why do they all hate women so much? They've never even held hands with one. Anyway, though, that's all I had to say about this matter. His fans are definitely going to blow this video up with hate comments, but I've said my piece, and them bombarding my video with hate comments just perpetuates my point even further, so I have no issue with that. They're definitely going to say things like, Ribby's just raising awareness. Ribby's a Chad, bruh. L video plus not a Chad plus simp. I don't know how to spell correctly because I skip school 3 days of the week, and I speak like I'm fucking autistic because I constantly have Ribby's ballsack in my mouth. What a lovely fan base of lovely people, guys. I'm sure these people will make wonderful husbands and fathers when they grow up and not have to hire prostitutes to take their virginity when they're 35. That's definitely not going to happen. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was informative to you. If it was, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Peace and love. Stay safe out there.
And then I actually visited London as an American dude, a pretty jacked, like 6 foot, pretty jacked American guy.
Stop it. Get some help.